Ratios and proportions. This lesson is outlined below. You will be introduced to ratios and equivalent ratios. The lesson will also show you how to simplify ratio by expressing them in their simplest forms. So, at the end of the lesson, you should be able to explain the concept of ratios in simple terms. Identify and create equivalent ratios. Simplify ratios to the lowest terms and solve simple mathematical problems on ratios. So, let's get started. What are ratios? A ratio is a way of expressing the relationship between two or more quantities. It represents the relative size or magnitude of one quantity in comparison to another. The ratio of two numbers A and B is typically written as A ratio B, where A is the first quantity and B is the second. For example, we might be asked to compare the number of available carrots with the number of rabbits, as shown in the question below. You will notice that there are 3 carrots for every 2 rabbits. Therefore, the ratio of the number of carrots to the number of rabbits is 3:2. Do you know that there are several ways of expressing ratios? First, we can find the ratio of one part to another part. We can also find the ratio of one part to the total available. We can also express a ratio as a fraction. Let's now take a deeper look at all of these. This first example is on part-to-part ratio. There are 4 volleyballs here and 9 basketballs, so the ratio of the volleyballs to the basketballs is ratio 4:9. While the ratio of the 4 volleyballs to the 13 total is a part-to-total ratio. Written as a fraction, the ratio of the 4 basketballs to the 13 total is 4/13. While the ratio of the 9 basketballs to the 13 total is 9/13. Now get your paper and pen and try the next question. Equivalent ratios are the ratios that are the same when we compare them. 2 or more ratios can be compared with each other to check whether they are equivalent or not. In this example, if for every 2 yellow squares there are 3 pink ones, then when the yellow squares become 4, the pink will become 6. Therefore, 2:3 is equivalent to 4:6. Working with equivalent ratio is also known as proportions. Finally, how do we simplify ratios? Simplifying ratios involves expressing them in their simplest form. First, express your ratio as a fraction having 2 parts. For example, 5:10 becomes 5/10. Next, you find the biggest number that goes into both parts evenly, then divide both parts by that number and express the result as a new ratio. In this example, the number 5 can divide 5 one time, and also divide 10 2 times, giving us 1/2, or 1:2. This process helps make the ratio as simple as possible while maintaining the same relationship between the quantities. Hello Super Champs! Today you learned how to visualize and write the ratio of 2 given numbers. Identify and create equivalent ratios. Simplify ratios to the lowest terms and solve simple mathematical problems on ratios.
Hello everyone. Remember to subscribe to this channel to continue getting quality content. Thanks for your patience and have a great day.